What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about ZANO today. ZANO, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Yes, ZANO. I've been meaning to make a video on you for the past few weeks. I've been paying attention to this thing running up while everything else is just kind of chilling or running down. And this thing, it really moves on its own time. It really does. It doesn't, and I mean, of course, if the rest of the market's doing well, this thing will do well as well. But, a lot of cryptos last year, they started moving up in November. This thing started moving up in July, and it didn't stop until January, right? It moved up at the same time as a lot of cryptos. It topped off a little bit later than most cryptos. Most cryptos topped off in December, and it started well before then, right? You've had a very immaculate bull market, and I can't think of any other crypto that really looks like this one, honestly. I mean, from a low point here to the high point already, actually to your current price, maybe not to the high point. Let's actually take the bear market low too. You've seen a 63, almost a 64x, okay? This year, since the beginning of this year, 2025, let's go. Let's go to the very opening week, right? Would that be here? That's the 27th. No, so okay. Well, you ended there. Okay, so this year you haven't seen that much growth overall from open to where we are now, but by the end of this year, I think you will. From the low of this year to where you are now, you're at about a 3x. So that's definitely nice to see. There's a lot of cryptos that aren't even at a 3x, 3.4x this whole cycle, and they're prominent cryptos, and yet you're doing pretty well, even just with your relative low here, let alone the whole cycle. So $17 right now. I think you have a lot of growth to go. We're looking at this here at a $230 million market cap. You have a lot of growth to go. For those of you who don't know what ZANO is, or ZANO, however it's pronounced, it's a privacy coin, privacy blockchain, meant to be used as like peer-to-peer digital cash. It's a very solid project. There's a lot going on with it, and there's a lot of fundamental things that I should probably be aware of that I'm not aware of that I need to do some more research on. But that's why we're not going to talk about the fundamentals. We're just going to talk about the technicals in the chart here and talk about new all-time highs, because you're right on that precipice right now. This is one of those calls. I remember somebody back in 2024. I can't remember where it was. Was it here at like $5 or $4? Were we below $3? I can't remember. But somebody was asking me on a live stream. Somebody was asking me for hidden crypto gems, or like give me a low cap crypto gem that most people don't talk about that I've never heard of. And this was one that I threw out there because I was like, dude, actually, if you want a interesting project to invest in, I forget who it was. Shout out to whoever that was if you're watching this video. But they thanked me after that, because like sometime like months after that in another video, because it did well. I mean, it's continued to do well. Shouldn't thank me though. We should thank the people who are behind this project, right? I'm just the chart guy. I'm just, I'm like the weather forecaster. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong, right? And whether it rains or snows or it's a sunny day, it's a good day no matter what, man. And it's an opportunity here. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. It's at a good opportunity here, being at a $230 million market cap right now, from a high to a low. We've gone up above our 1414, came back down and found support at the 100. I can't tell you how actually positive that is. Typically, whenever you find resistance here, you do expect to go to the 886, 786 area. So the fact that you didn't even do that, you held the 100, it's a very positive thing. You're back here above the 1414. I can't imagine you stop here. I don't even think you stop at the 1618. You've consolidated in this area already. I mean, maybe you stop there momentarily. Maybe you find some turbulence there momentarily and continue to grow. But being here at $17, I bet you keep growing, man. I mean, let's look at what that market cap would be if we're looking at this current price, this current valuation right here. Right about a 3.5x, 3.5x to get to $61. 3.5x. Why can't I do that math? That's 6, 7. It's like 8.5, or 850 million dollars. Yeah, you could go a little bit higher than that even. I'm very confident. ZANO, you get up to about $61 to $85, somewhere in that area. What would it take to get to a $1 billion market valuation? 4x essentially, right? A little bit more than a 4x. What would that be there? 300%, a little bit. So you probably don't get to 85. Maybe you do, but 85 would be the highest. 85 to 61, and probably something around like $70 or more. Is what I would think you're going to achieve between now and maybe the end of October, if not by the end of the year for sure. But you've got a lot of growth to go, and it doesn't stop there. This is a project, you guys, by the end of this cycle, you could be at a $25 billion valuation, which would be 100x from here. You could be at a $50 billion valuation. Maybe you're only at a $10 billion valuation, which, what would that be? That'd still outperform the average altcoin. I don't know. But overall, you've seen some fantastic growth, and this is one of those projects that I don't normally use these words, but this one has long-term perspectives in it, okay? Long-term prospects. What do I mean by long-term prospects? I mean, wherever you stop by the end of this cycle, wherever it is, you're going to come back the next cycle and you're going to see higher highs. Okay. So what do I mean by long-term perspectives? If we're thinking, 100x is possible this cycle, maybe, maybe not. Maybe you only get to a 30x this cycle, whatever. Okay, boohoo, has a bear market, comes back down, and then continues to grow. Then if you don't have that 100x this cycle, you will, between now at this price and the end of the next cycle, you will see that 100x. You'll see more than that. And again, 100x here puts you at a $25 billion market cap, essentially just below there, actually. And that does take you up to about a $1,600 price. We're at a $17 price. This thing could be worth not just over $1,000, but it could be worth over $2,000 by the end of this cycle. It could be worth even double that, like genuinely. And if not by the end of this cycle you're there, then by the end of the next cycle. And if you're here by the end of this cycle, then the next cycle you'll be even higher. You've got long-term multi-100x potential. If you're looking for something to put your crypto in, your money in, over the next bear market, and you want to hold for the long term, or if you want to buy now and you don't want to sell at all, you want to sell in like 5 or 10 years, this is a crypto I think that'll do very, very well in that allotted amount of time. In its first bear market, I want to see actually what do we do here from a high to a low. High to a low here. 94% drop. That's pretty standard. Most cryptos drop like 90 to 99% in their first bear market. That's pretty standard. Shakes out the weak hands, gives people an opportunity to buy in that have conviction, and looks like there were. And then whenever you have people who buy in with conviction, they never sell. If you don't have sellers, you have an easier time moving up. And this thing has had quite the easy time moving up. I mean, that was a fantastic week right there. What was that? 282%. I don't know if we'll see a week like that again. Maybe. You're at a low enough market cap where crazy things can happen. But understand, this isn't the kind of crypto that's going to make like headline news. People in the mainstream media, the powers that be, they don't want people to be aware of coins like this because it goes against the status quo, let's just say, right? It goes against what they're trying to control. It incorporates, it empowers people, gives them more freedom with the power of their cash, and they don't want that. So you're never going to hear this thing being talked about like on CNBC or anything. I mean, maybe, I never know. You never know. Anything can happen, but I'm just saying, like, you don't hear people talk about Monero, and Monero is a very big project in the crypto space, and it's a privacy coin. That's why. Anytime you hear people talk about Monero, it's always in a negative context. Oh, it's isn't that what drug lords use, or isn't that what people use to do crime with? Like, it's just a privacy coin, man. And I mean, yeah, people use it to do crime, but more people do crime with the American dollar, the U.S. dollar, cash, than they do with crypto. But I'm on a whole different philosophy here. Looking at this again from last cycle's high to the bear market low, where we are right now, at least in correspondence to where we are, I would think that the next minimum target that you're going to stop at is $28. But $61 to $85, that's probably where you're going to go, if not higher. If not, you're going to go to $61 to $85, if not higher, by the end of this year of 2025. I wouldn't be surprised for this. I wouldn't be surprised if ZANO was pushing that $200 button by the end of this year. I really wouldn't be surprised at all. But 61 to 85, that could happen by the end of October, if not sometime in November. Consolidate a little bit, get a nice end of year rally like you did here, like you did here. Did you get one over here? Not really. No, you actually dumped here. Anyways, but that was most cryptos last cycle. Anyways, looking at this on a weekly time frame with our handy dandy indicators, RSI is immaculate. It's bullish. You won't find a more bullish chart. Stochastics look great as well. The MACD looks fantastic. Everything's great about this thing. I actually want to pull it up. We've been looking at these ribbons today. I want to look at how you're doing on the ribbon. I already know how you're going to look. You're going to be in expanded ribbons, moving up, healthy. They're all crossed to the upside, but I just want to see, nonetheless, if there's anything that I'm missing. Helps me. I mean, looking at this, you're probably, it honestly probably isn't even a big deal to look at these ribbons. It's taking too long. We can let it load, okay? Let's look at the short-term stuff, and then we'll come back to that. 1 hour time frame here. 1 hour time frame. RSI looks like it's in a downtrend, but that's okay. You're getting to those points that you drop or that you find support. So maybe come down a little bit more. Find support like $16.40, $16.50, a little bit lower than these lows, and then come back up. I bet you do. MACD looks like it wants to come down too, and that's fine. Bounce off the zero line and then come up. Stochastics is weird. You typically are weird whenever you have neutral price action, and we're on the 1 hour time frame, so stochastics are less reliable. RSI is extraordinary on the 4 hour time frame. Stochastics look bullish too, and the MACD looks bullish as well. So all good there. You could come down a little bit, but again, what, like $16? $16 at the lowest. Back to this prior area of resistance. Find support there. $16.50, $16, something in that zone, and then continue to move up higher. Daily time frame. I mean, this 4 hour, it looks like you're ready to get overbought. You just haven't yet, right? Like you're ready, you just haven't yet. I think you're getting set up for a nice move here. Probably, maybe not by the end of this week, but sometime next week we should see some nice movement up. Daily RSI, stochastics, MACD, all bullish as hell. You're just building some bullish momentum now here. You just touched tips, you kissed. That's actually a very bullish signal right there. You did that before and it promoted some growth. I'm assuming we have some growth to go here. And with that, man, if you're going to grow over the coming weeks, you're going to see new all-time highs. And new all-time highs ain't nothing to mess with, man. We're going places, right? You take this high to low. Let's overlay it with the overall, the prior all-time high to the bear market low here. The golden ratio is right there. $28.33, right there at 25, basically $26 to $31, right there. Right there. Chill a little bit, like you did here at this 1414, 1272 area. Chill a little bit, come back down, and then continue to rally up to that area. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Yeah, so you're going to push a little bit higher. That's a good area for resistance there, $31 to $26. Let's look at the ribbons now. Yeah, the weekly ribbon, immaculate. Immaculate. Perfect. It's beautiful. Monthly ribbon, beautiful. Beautiful. 3-day, yeah, all good things, man. You're not going to find anything bad there. It's just unstoppable. That's all. That's all it is. If you get a chance to buy at the ribbon, take it. If you get a chance to buy below the ribbon, take it, right? Those are blessings, but I don't know if we'll probably see one here at some point after. I mean, we are at all-time highs right now. Let me look at this again. I think we're gonna keep moving. I don't think we're gonna. I don't think it's gonna be soon that you get a chance. Like you'll get a chance to buy back at the ribbon when instead of it being at $14 when it's at $17. I wouldn't be surprised if it moved up a little bit and you got a chance to buy back at these prices or maybe something a little bit above these prices. But ZANO's probably going to keep marching up while everything else is marching down, taking some time off. Anyways, I got nothing else to talk about. You guys hit the like button, subscribe, do your own research, right? And I'll see you on the next one. Take care, bye.